Jared Leto can act. Hello and welcome back to Simon's Rants. I'm Simon, and today I'm going to be talking about the fact that recently I saw pictures for the new Tron 3 movie. There was pictures from the set that were released out, and people saw Jared Leto, and of course the reaction is negative. And I get it. Right now, Jared Leto, it's very in fashion to make fun of him, and I get why. There was Morbius, Suicide Squad, then whatever the hell this was.
No, it's me, Paolo. How could you?
And nowadays, when people see that Jared Leto is in a movie, their immediate reaction is to go, oh no, the movie is doomed, it's going to be bad because Jared Leto is in it. And that is just not fair. He's been in plenty of really, really good movies. And yes, I know he's been in some very bad movies, trust me, I do know, I'm not trying to deny that. I'm just saying that he is in a lot of good movies too, so we shouldn't just assume that whatever movie he's going to be in is bad. In case you forgot, he was in Blade Runner 2049 not that long ago. I get it, 2017 is old now, but that's still fairly recent. And he was also in small parts in American Psycho and Fight Club. He's been in some very, very famous and amazing movies. But sure, I get it, they're just side characters, they're bit parts, we shouldn't count those, so let's move on to his starring roles and throw those out. By the way, if we throw those out, we should throw out House of Gucci and Suicide Squad as well, because those were just side characters, right? Some of you may be too young to remember this, but there was a little movie called Requiem for a Dream, which was one of his first starring roles, and it's fantastic. It was directed by Darren Aronofsky. It was one of his first movies as well, and it is such a good movie. It was considered a great movie when it came out. He is a large part of this movie being the lead starring role, and he completely holds his own against actors like Jennifer Connelly and Marlon Wayans. He fits in as a very good actor in this movie. It was such a good movie with such a powerful story and an amazing soundtrack that was so good, in fact, that it was in every skateboarding video on YouTube for about a decade. And then later on in his career, talking about my favorite movie he was ever in was Mr. Nobody, which is a movie that nobody really seems to know about or talk about, but it's absolutely fantastic. And he is phenomenal in it. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen, and it has a phenomenal performance the entire movie by Jared Leto.
I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid I haven't been alive enough.
Now look, I get it. I know why it is popular to hate on him, both for his acting and for his offset things, quirks, if you will. He's made a lot of mistakes in both areas of his life and career. I get it. I understand. But he seems to be, as far as an actor, a person that makes very big and bold choices. And so when he's right, he's very right. And when he's wrong, he's very wrong. And so when surrounded by talented filmmakers, talented actors, talented directors, and writers, he tends to be just as good as the rest of them. He rises to the occasion and is made better by the people around him. And then when he's surrounded by poor, bad filmmakers and actors, he delivers maybe sometimes the worst performance of all of them. He rises or lowers himself to the occasion. So I'd imagine that if you put him in a room where he was surrounded by Oscar-worthy performers and writers and directors, he would win an Oscar. Yes, I would go that far. I am willing to bet an entire year's salary that he will win an Oscar in his career. If you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm dumb for thinking that, just to let you know, I already won that bet because he's already won one. The movie that I've left out so far in this rant is Dallas Buyers Club, where Jared Leto starred alongside Matthew McConaughey and ended up winning the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for that role. Did you know that? You might not have, but it happened. Dallas Buyers Club is the crowning achievement, the crowning jewel so far on Jared Leto's acting career, and he fully deserves all the credit he got for that movie, because what happened? He won an Oscar because he was surrounded by talented people who were serious about making a seriously good movie. When you take Jared Leto and put him in the same room as Matthew McConaughey, who won an Oscar for that very same movie, and he sees him delivering a performance at an Oscar-winning level, he matched that level and also won an Oscar for that very same movie. And then you take Jared Leto and you put him in a movie like Suicide Squad or House of Gucci, you where everybody is outdoing each other, being as cheesy and over the top and stupid as possible, and he will outdo all of them in that direction too. That's the thing with Jared Leto. I don't want to claim he's always great. He's always amazing. That's why I worded it how I did when I said Jared Leto can act, and can act very well. But he doesn't always. That's the thing. He needs to be surrounded by people that are serious about the craft and are serious about making a good movie, and he will deliver a phenomenal performance to match that effort. You put him in the wrong room, and he's going to do whatever they're doing. So all I can say is that if you're excited for a movie that happens to have Jared Leto coming out soon, just watch the trailer and watch Jared Leto in the trailer. Is he good in the trailer? If so, the movie's gonna be good. If he looks bad in the trailer, then the movie's probably gonna be bad. That's just how it seems to go with him. But you shouldn't just give up on a movie just because you see that Jared Leto's in it. It could in fact actually be Oscar worthy. You never know. The movie being good or bad is already decided. Jared Leto doesn't determine that. He just rides the wave whichever way it's going. Sometimes to the Oscars, sometimes to the Razzies. I mean, to be fair, like, how could you be put in that makeup and not deliver the performance he delivered? You have no choice.
Never confuse shit with chocolato. They may look the same, but the taste very different. Trust me, I know.
That performance wasn't his decision. That was designed for him by the makeup department. You can't do anything serious if you look like that. I'm Simon from Simon's Rants, and that was my rant for today.
You have no idea. He was not anything I had ever seen before. He was a total different person. I've never seen that. I mean, that's one thing people put makeup on. It's one thing. He is the person they made him up to be.